Hey everyone, it's Matt. The ultimate wealth builder. It's not quite what you think it is. Many people think the ultimate wealth builder is trading stocks, or maybe Bitcoin or crypto, maybe real estate, possibly selling courses online, or making YouTube videos. What is it? Well, it's like I said, it's not quite what you think it is. However, it is one thing that all rich people and mega rich people implement into their lives. I know what it is, right? It's taking a stock public, right? With an IPO. Well, that's one way to generate a lot of wealth really, really quickly. But no, that's actually not it. Selling stuff on Amazon. No, that's not it either. However, that could be one of the methods. What is it? Well, it's actually multiple sources of income. Multiple sources of income is what all rich people implement into their lives where they can build wealth incredibly fast. Why is this the ultimate wealth builder? You might be thinking, no, dude, you're wrong. You have no clue what you're talking about. It's actually trading stocks or buying Bitcoin or everything else that I mentioned. Yes, all of those can build wealth very, very quickly. But if you ever study any of the very, very mega rich people, billionaires, multi-billionaires, what do? They own numerous businesses and they have more flows of cash than they probably even know about. Most of these guys, well, not all guys, but men, women, most of these people have so many flows of income. If you asked them, how many flows of income do you have? How many sources of income do you have? A lot of these people probably don't even know the actual number. They have a lot. In many cases, hundreds of even sources of income. A lot of these people own multiple businesses. Well, guess what that is? It's a source of income. Many people own multiple rental properties. Maybe they own 5 apartment buildings with 100 units each or something. Maybe they own 5,000 units or 500 units or 1,000 units. Each one of those doors is producing a check every single month, which is a source of income. Yes. So there's a lot of people think that, oh yeah, you could work and get rich. Well, maybe you could. But realistically, if you want to get mega rich, like mega wealthy, a billionaire or more, you have to get multiple sources of income. That is the ultimate way that you can build wealth. Why? Because you're using money to generate more money. This is something that I love. Grant Cardone, if you don't know who he is, check him out. He's pretty badass. I mean, let's just be honest. Let's just say it how it is. He's pretty cool. I mean, something that he says is, I want Ben to go out, Ben Franklin, that is. He always refers to Ben. Actually, I have one right here. Kind of funny. I have $100 sitting right here. I don't even know why this is on my desk. I just found it the other day. But he says, I want old Ben to go out and make babies. And I completely agree with that. You want to take this guy and figure out, how can I take this $100 and put it somewhere else to have it start throwing off some little babies? Maybe the babies are $1. Maybe they're $10. Maybe they're $5. Maybe they're 50 cents. All you want this to do, you want this guy to go out and start generating more little babies. Because sitting here like this, he's doing nothing but decaying. This guy is dying every single day because of the Fed printing more money. They're going to print this stuff into oblivion. So having cash just sitting around is probably the worst thing. You gotta ditch the cash, you gotta deploy the cash, and turn it into multiple sources of income. So you can get your money working for you, and the more money that you can have working for you, producing little Ben babies, the more it's going to generate and have coming back to you in the flow, in your little flow of multiple sources of income. Now, one thing you have to remember, this is one thing that catches a lot of people off guard, and they think, I'm going to produce a flow of income and it's going to be $5,000 my first month. Nah, that's not really how it works. Maybe you could, but the name of the game is start a source of income, start a flow of income. A lot of times it starts as a little drip, 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 and then the drip gets faster, drip, 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 right? It speeds up. Before you know it, the drip is fast enough that it turns into a little dribble of a stream. Wow, I turned that little slow drip into a little tiny stream. And then you keep working on that thing until it gets into a freaking fire hose where that thing is just firing off cash. So just recognize this is something that catches so many people off guard. start your flow and nurture that thing. Nurse that thing along. It's going to start out slow, but just recognize it's going to take a little bit of time to build that thing up. And then once it can be self-sufficient, then you can possibly let it go on its own. But until then, you need to work on it and you need to nurture that thing until it can be self-sufficient. Sometimes it takes a while. Don't let that thing go until it can sustain itself. Otherwise, it's going to go right back down to a little tiny drip or maybe even just completely stop. So you got to continue working on these things. Don't start working on flow number 2 until you have flow number 1 well established and like a nicely oiled machine operating on its own. At that point, you can work on flow number 2. This is something else that catches people off guard is, I'm going to get 10 flows set up this month. Okay, good luck. I mean, I'm not trying to discourage you. I mean, by all means, if you can get 10 flows set up this month and they're all turning into a fire hose by the end of the month, please reach out to me and then let me know your strategy because I'd like to hear about it. But realistically, focus on one. It takes time, one at a time. Get it going, turn it into a freaking fire hose, and then work on number 2. Just take it from a drip to a flow, to a stream, to a flow, to a river, to a freaking ocean. That's the name of the game. And you can probably look back in a couple years from now if you set up a few sources of income, and you're probably going to be pretty excited with your results. You just got to be patient with this stuff, and multiple sources of income is the name of the game to ultimate wealth. I hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. Thanks so much for your support. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and my commitment is to help you do everything you can to build your wealth and produce more money, cash flow, investments, everything you can name about it. I love this kind of stuff, and I just love talking about it. So thanks, everybody. I'll catch you in the next video. I'll see you later.